tournament, which it's hard to believe it, but man, the state tournament is going to begin next week, and I believe that we've just joined the video in terms of the commentary, so we'll go ahead and reintroduce the broadcast. But you are listening to live coverage or watching live coverage, whether you're listening on the radio at WLAQ AM 1410 96.9 FM or online at WLAQ1410.com or watching the live stream produced by Northwest Georgia Media. We do want to take an opportunity in a couple of moments to thank our sponsors, but give you a little bit of background on these two teams as far as records are concerned. The Model Blue Devils come in with a 19-7 record. They are 12-1 in region play. They have reeled off 13 straight wins, were the lone winner of the regular season as far as 7AA is concerned, averaging 65 points a game, giving up just 52. No doubt everything starts on that defensive side of the floor for the Blue Devils. Meanwhile, the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, they are 20-6, 8-4 in region play. They won their last game. That was a victory that took place last night over Fannin County, 59-51, so a pretty tight battle there. Rockmart is averaging 72.5 points a game, points allowed 62.4, so obviously the hallmark of this team is their ability to score, and as you pointed out, Grayson, Traylon Davis, he's really the guy you got to stop. They've got some good supporting cast on this team, but as you pointed out, with the different defensive situations that you've seen teams have success with Rockmart, is if they've got somebody that can guard Traylon Davis, track him the whole game, wear him out, really frustrate him, not give him any good open looks, and if you're able to do that, perhaps you can get him frustrated enough where he'll make some mistakes and get in some foul trouble, things of that nature. What do you think about that?
Yes, sir. I noticed that whenever they played in the Rockmart Fannin game, Fannin tried to run a zone and a man on Traylon Davis, and he absolutely tore up in the second half. I mean, every time he comes off a screen, he can shoot from anywhere. We saw this exactly literally the first play of when they came to Woodard Gymnasium, played Model. He pulled up from around 35 feet and drilled it, and you could argue that that was also a foul. So terrific shooter, and he's the Region Player of the Year for a reason.
Oh, there is no question about that. So that's the first thing, obviously, on the defensive side that you've got to deal with if you're the Model Blue Devils, which they have done a really good job of the two times that they've met these two teams. Well, man, we're going to go ahead and take a break, but this is the pregame. The Model Blue Devils getting ready to face the Rockmart Yellow Jackets in the 7AA Boys Championship, and we're going to have it for you coming up in just a little bit. We're 7.5 minutes from tip-off. We'll step out for 2.5 minutes. We'll be back.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Axis allows me to do what I've always dreamed of, and that is helping people.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
We welcome you back live to Chatsworth, Georgia. We're at the home of the Indians tonight. We're in Maury County, Indians country, and the Model Blue Devils are getting set to fight for a region championship tonight here on the floor at Maury County, taking on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, a familiar foe as we continue to set the stage for this ball game. And we talked a little bit about the results of the previous two matchups between these two teams. Let's talk about the path to get to this particular game. The last game for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets was a victory over Fannin County in the semifinals. Won that by 8, 59-51. They were led in scoring. Yeah, sing along with me. Traylon Davis, he had 21 points, made three-point shots in the game. Behind him with 9 apiece, you'd have Samuel Johnson and Trey Luke. Chipping in 4 points was MJ Berry, and with 8, it was Hunter Atkins. So they did a good job in that game, spreading around. Had, one guy in double digits, but 3 guys closing in on it. And they had, some different guys contributed to the offense there in that particular game. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils on the other side, it was a victory over North Murray, but it was a hard-fought victory for the Blue Devils. They won it 61-54 in the semifinals. They trailed 19-8 at the end of the first quarter, trailed 32-26 as they had chipped away and brought it within 6 by the end of the first half. And then when you got to the end of the third quarter, they had it within 2. And at the end of the game, the Blue Devils were really able to surge in that fourth quarter, outscoring North Murray in that final quarter 23-14 to win it 61-54 going away. But Grayson, if you look at that final score, you got to have the rest of the story for that one, because it was quite a battle, wasn't it?
It was definitely quite a battle, but this is also not the first time we have had to see Model overcome adversity this season. Of course, you might remember the Sonoraville game where Model played at Sonoraville. They found themselves down 20 at halftime without starter and second team all-region Noah Travis, and they had to fight back. However, no matter how hard they tried, they lost by 1 point. However, they did get it back in blood in Shannon, though, but they are no stranger to these type of games.
That is 100% true. When you look at this 13-game win streak, I think one of the things that you look at that helped this team grow throughout the season were some of those tough matchups that you had at the end of the Christmas tournament and then throughout the Big Blue Classic, which I know you saw those games. Those are some really good teams that this Model team faced. And I know when you looked at that record this point, at that point of the season, they had a losing record going into that stretch of region play where they started that streak, and you thought, but then when you realize the teams that they were playing, you realize it was an opportunity to build to what they're at right now, reeling off those 13 wins. This is a team that has gotten better and better every week, and I think you can contribute that to, Coach Travis being willing to schedule those tough non-region games for the squad to play against.
Of course, playing mostly 7A, 6A teams there in that Big Blue Classic, I feel like, in my opinion, they really needed that as to get hot towards the end of the season, because as you said, they're running a 13-game win streak, and they can make it to 14 right here and have a great run going into the state tournament. And runs, especially when you win a lot of games consecutively going into the state tournament, that is crucial if you want to make it far in that coveted 2A state bracket, which is looking very, very rough this year. A lot of teams, they're in the fight for it, especially those teams from Augusta. It's going to be a tough bracket to play in, but if you can get hot, anybody can get hot. And when they come to that time, it's March, and even though it's high school, anything can happen in March.
Isn't that the truth? So a tough stretch against tough teams, And the result of that is what you're seeing here with this model Blue Devil team, and hopefully peaking right at the right time, as you pointed out. That's what the name of the game is. Well, we're going to give you the starting lineups for both teams, and we're going to get things underway. We're almost done with the in-between period here, in between games. Model Blue Devils set to take on the Rockmart Yellow Jackets here at the home of the Murray County Indians. We're in Chatsworth tonight. We're glad you're along with us, whether you're watching on the video. If you're watching the video, you can see that they've got an official from the school here who is working on one of the baskets here at this current moment, trying to make sure all the equipment is in order before we start this second game.
They're definitely trying to make sure the same mistake didn't happen with JV Samples, or it almost didn't count, but the refs caught on to it that it entered the basket.
Yes, it did. So now we'll give you the starting lineup for your model Blue Devils and get you ready to go here. We'll give you the Rockmart Yellow Jackets first. Number 1, Samuel Johnson in the lineup for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Number 3, Traylon Davis. Talked about him a lot during the pregame, 6'3" senior. Number 4, Hunter Atkins. He is a 6'4" junior. Number 5, Dakota Bramlett. He is a 6'4" junior. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets is going to be number 21, a 6'1" sophomore, MJ Barrett. The head coach for a long time has been Vic Calhoun. He's done a tremendous job with this Yellow Jacket squad. Now for your model Blue Devils, they will be dressed out in their white uniforms with black letters and numbers and blue trim. Number 11, Stevie Dallas, a 5'9" junior guard. Also in the starting lineup, number 14, Noah Travis, 5'10" junior guard for the Blue Devils. Number 15, Riley Chapman, a 5'5" senior guard. And then you also have number 23, Chase Allen, a 6'5" junior. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Blue Devils tonight is going to be number 33, the big fella, 6'9" senior Jeremiah Hurd, getting ready to play some college football for the Tennessee Volunteers. And glad to have Grayson Atkins along with us tonight with color. I'm Matt Davis with play-by-play. And Grayson, I know you know these guys for this model team a lot, so we're going to be leaning on your insight into these guys and the mindset going into this game as we go along throughout the broadcast. But we're about to get underway. Chase Allen is in the circle with MJ Berry for Rockmart. The official has the ball ready to send it into the air, and we're going to have tip-off and get this game underway. Tip's going to go to Rockmart, and guess who's got the ball? It's going to be Traylon Davis to open up the offense. Poked out of bounds by Riley Chapman. Right there, Grayson, the defense getting in there, getting their hands in there and knocking it out of bounds.
Yes, sir. Riley Chapman's role on this team is get inside those passing lanes and get to be able to guard the other team's best defender when they're in that one-on-one defense.
Quick shot there from the free throw line is going to be made by Dakota Bramlett. That opens up the scoring there for the Yellow Jackets. They get the first bucket. Stevie Dallas sends it left wing side to Riley Chapman's going to try to roll it down to Jeremiah Hurd. And it's going to be out of bounds on Rockmart, so it's going to stay with the Blue Devils. The trigger man is going to be Stevie Dallas. He surveys the floor right now, looking for somebody to get it to. He's going to find Chase Allen, bounces it down to Jeremiah Hurd, through, draws the foul. He's going to the free throw line. First bucket for the Blue Devils is from Jeremiah, and he's got a three-point opportunity.
And it'll be very critical for them to get Jeremiah going, because in that North Murray game, they really cannot get Jeremiah going, so it'll be crucial in this game to get him to be able to get online and get down low and exploit those matchups, because this team, let's be real here, one-on-one, it's going to be hard to defend him.
Missed the free throw. Rockmart got the rebound. They got it on the other side of the floor, left to right. They moved it. Johnson loses the handle. It goes nearly out of bounds. He retains possession. Good recovery there for Johnson. Johnson going to drive with the ball. Now works that right hand. It's going to bounce it back out around the perimeter. Back to Johnson. 3-ball from the corner. That's going to be missed. And Dallas tries to track down the rebound. We got a whistle. They're going to get Davis with that one. That is certainly something that if you're Model Blue Devils, glad to see the leading scorer here for Rockmart getting a foul quick to start the game.
And especially when we saw Rockmart come to Model in Woodard Gymnasium, Traylon Davis got into foul trouble, and as I mentioned earlier, they don't have a lot of depth.
Riley Chapman for three. That's going to rim out. Traylon Davis gets the rebound. Here comes the the Rockmart Yellow Jackets across the timeline. Davis is going to back up, jacks up the three, a contested shot, and he drills it. What a shot by Traylon Davis. Oh, my.
Step back three. That's hard to guard, especially with him. He is a terrific shooter for this Rockmart Yellow Jackets team. Allen's
got it. Going to start to drive, and he travels. So that'll be a turnover for the Blue Devils. They trail it 5-2. Rockmart on top with 6:26 left to go in the opening frame. Bringing it up the floor for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets is Johnson. He is just across the M at midcourt. Works his way off to that right wing side trying to find Davis. Davis has got Allen in his face. And he'll jack up another three-point shot. That one rims out. Getting the rebound is Jeremiah Hurd. He's tough on the boards there, and he matchup nightmare for just about every team.
Yeah, he's certainly had a different role this year. A lot of his role is get those rebounds.
Three ball on the way from Noah Travis is going to be missed. Go ahead and complete that thought.
His role is mostly get rebounds this year. Chase Allen has taken a lot of load off of him scoring down low this year.
All right, here's the drive. It's going to be a block shot by Jeremiah Hurd, but it's right back into the hands of the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Open three ball is missed. There's Jeremiah with another rebound. Here comes Noah Travis across the timeline. Looks like Model's going to set up the half-court offense. Long three ball from Chapman is going to be too strong off the front of the rim. Tracking down the rebounds, Davis for Rockmart. They go the other way. Going to fire it right back to Davis after a quick pass over to MJ Berry. Now with it is going to be Hunter Atkins. You're not related to him, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Just checking. They're going to go outside. Nice fake by Johnson. Feeds it over to Davis. Open look. That goes off the side of the rim. Chase Allen for the rebound.
Both teams really trying to get used to each other so far, even though they've played each other 3 times. They've not played each other in this magnitude, and it's 5-2 with 3 minutes left. And this certainly is not what I expected. I expected it to be a little bit more of a fast-paced game so far.
Oh, I agree with you. And Noah Travis fired a pass over towards the Rockmart bench, went out of bounds. So Rockmart's going to try to take advantage of a turnover.
And Denton substituting in. That is a person to keep your eye on. In that semifinal against North Murray, he had 20 points.
Now with the ball is Atkins, going to feed it over deep into the corner to the left wing side. Ball nearly stolen away, and is. Chase Allen started it. Coming in was Noah Travis. Now Allen's got it on the floor, and a timeout's going to be called by Jacob Travis, and he gives a round of applause to his team. We're going to take this timeout. 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. Model trails 5-2 to Rockmart. Back in 30 seconds.
Access that allows me to follow my passion.
Good timeout there to save the possession there for the Blue Devils by Coach Travis. Chase Allen took the inbound pass, gave it to Stevie Dallas. Now Allen in the lane, little jump shot is through, his first bucket of the game, and that's going to bring it to a 1-point ball game in favor of Rockmart. Atkins across the timeline here for the Yellow Jackets. Fakes the pass, is going to send it back to Davis, back to Atkins, jacks the three-point shot in the air, banks it in off the glass. That's Atkins' first bucket of the game. It's a big one, and now they've got a 4-point lead, 8-4, just like that. Bryson Denson, the feed underneath to Allen. Allen trying to find Hurd, kicks it out to Travis. Three ball in the air is missed. Long rebound by Stevie Dallas. The drive, gets it up there with the left hand, misses the shot. Davis has got the ball in transition, is going to stop at the free throw line, try to get by. Allen puts up the shot, and it's through. The man can't miss.
He sure can make those tough shots, and that's been a hallmark for him, making those tough shots for this Rockmart team.
Bryson Denson with the ball, now on to Noah Travis. 3:24 left to go first quarter. Denson going to find Jeremiah Hurd. Nice feed inside to Allen. Turns, misses the shot off the front of the rim. MJ is there to get the rebound for Rockmart. Gives it right back to Davis. He'll go across the center court stripe. Now going to fire it out to Atkins, back to Davis. They feed it over to MJ Berry, trying to pass it across the lane. It's picked off by Chase Allen.
Good job there to get in the passing lanes there for Allen.
Stevie Dallas over to Bryson Denson on the right wing side. Dallas, the feed to the high post, and Jeremiah Hurd underneath to Chase Allen. Misses the shot, but gets the contact. So we're going to see Chase go into the free throw line for his first free throws of the ball game.
And he has taken a big step up this year, not only in terms of playing time, but he has also taken a big load off of Jeremiah Hurd. in terms of scoring down low, and he's also taken a big step as a shooter this year.
And speaking of that, he knocks down the first free throw and gets for the second one. Right on cue there, Grayson. Mason's going to check into the game for Jeremiah Hurd. And now one more free throw coming up from Allen, and that one's off the back of the iron. It's a 5-point ball game in favor of Rockmart. Atkins is going to bring it up the floor across the end. Now gives it off to Johnson. He drives towards the top of the key. Going to pass it underneath. Bramlett now back to Johnson, who drives, picks up his dribble, sends it back out for a three-point look. That one's well short, misses everything. Here's Davis to clean it up, misses the shot. Good rebound and box out by Chase Allen. Fires across. Noah Travis does to Denson, puts up the three, and that's off the back of the rim for the freshman there. Johnson gets the rebound. Across the timeline he goes. Going to drive into the lane, trying to work quick jump shot, and that's through. Good drive there by Johnson and finish. Blue Devils work it across the center court stripe, now trailing by 7. Off to a slow start into this game offensively. Now Stevie Dallas to Bryson Denson. I imagine they'll heat it up here pretty quickly. Here's Stevie Dallas. He's got it at midcourt. Now fires it on to Bryson Denson up top. They get it to Mason. Tries to get it to Travis. Lost the handle for a second. Long range three by Dallas. That's off the front of the rim. Maybe just slightly out of range on that one.
I've seen him make a lot of those this year. He's a lights out shooter, and especially for him, he's not afraid to shoot it from anywhere.
No, he's really not. You're right, 100%. Johnson going to feed it into Atkins, who's going to bring it up the floor here for the Yellow Jackets. He's across the midcourt stripe, drives to the left wing, now going to leave it up top. They send it right to Davis. He's guarded by Noah Travis. Noah does a good job at first to keep it in front of him, but at the last move, he breaks open and is able to knock down the shot. Traylon Davis, he's tough to stop.
That was a fantastic move. A few hesitation crossovers got Noah Travis jumping, and he was able to make that pull up mid-range.
Noah Travis with the ball now. He's going to send it left wing side to Bryson Denson. Now out to Mason. Going to lob it underneath to Jeremiah. Lost the handle. It's going to be picked up by Trey Luke. His in off the bench here for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Right now, Johnson's got it. Going to send it across to the left wing side. Atkins gets blocked by Travis. Here comes Stevie Dallas bringing it down the floor in transition here for the Blue Devils. Sends it back to Travis. Open three. Rattles off the rim, and Davis is there for the rebound for the Yellow Jackets.
They've been able to adjust to the pace. As we saw in the first two matchups, Rockmart really pushing the pace, but this game, they're doing a whole lot better at decision making.
They're going to feed it out to around the perimeter. Three-point shot on the way off the pass. That's going to be missed. Here's Stevie Dallas going to push across the timeline. Gives it to Denson, working fast. Nice reverse layup. It's going to be missed, though, and Davis gets the rebound. Here comes Rockmart working left to right back across into the forecourt. Johnson with the ball now, starts to move on offense here for Rockmart. 8 seconds on the clock remaining in the first quarter. Rockmart leads it by 9, 14-5. Quick jump shot from the free throw line is going to be through for Bramlett, and that will end the first quarter. Things did not go Model's way much of that first frame of the ball game, and right now Rockmart leads at 16-5. We're back for the second quarter after a 1-minute break.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Riley Chapman, that's a turnover. Davis has got it for Rockmart. They lead at 16-5. And now they have the basketball after a turnover from Model. They're going to bounce it underneath, trying to get a backdoor cut, and Noah Travis gets his hand there and deflects the ball out of bounds.
Great way to get into the passing lanes there for him. Looking down low, but Travis was there to save what could have been an open layup.
Davis with the ball kind of wiping the tightrope here on the sidelines on the right side. He is going to drive baseline, challenge the big guy, and loses the challenge as it was a block from Jeremiah Hurd, but I guess they have called a foul, so that's going to send Davis to the charity strike.
A little bit of contact there. Right down low, see he kind of brought his hands down just a little bit, and refs are going to call that most of the time on him if he brings his arms down.
Oh, there's no question. Shots on the way, and that was going to be through for Davis. He leads all scorers. He's got 8 points in the ball game, and right now it's 17-5, a 12-point lead for Rockmart. Second shot is going to be through. I don't think anybody saw this game, at least the folks in blue, starting this way in favor of Rockmart the way that it has. They're up by 13 points. Going to be a lob underneath to Jeremiah Hurd, and that's off the glass and through. That'll help the cause.
Of course it will. If they can get him going, they'll be in good shape for the rest of this game.
Traylon Davis going to bring it up the floor, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson dribbles up towards the top of the key, backs up, resets the offense here for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, who lead it 18-7. Quick jump shot from the free throw line. Bottoms for Traylon Davis. He knocks down another one, and now he's got 11 points and is off to a really hot start in this game. And that's going to force another timeout there from the Blue Devils. 20-7 your score in favor of Rockmart. 7 minutes left to go in the half. We are going to step out for a 30-second timeout.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power backed the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a Grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
All right, the Blue Devils set to bring it up the floor here, trailing 20-7. 13-point deficit with 6:54 left to go here in the first half of play. They feed it into Jeremiah Hurd. He sends it back out to Riley Chapman out around the perimeter. They'll reset the offense with Stevie Dallas. Now to Noah Travis. Back out to Dallas. Here's Riley Chapman. No look for him. He'll get it right back to Dallas. Now to Chapman. Thought about the three. Had second thoughts. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Model's got to make a move, so they get it to Allen. Now back to Chapman. Puts up the three-pointer. That's off the side of the rim. Gets his own rebound, though. Bounces it underneath to Allen, who banks it in off the glass. Nice touch.
Great offensive rebound there from Chapman to get the ball back to Allen, who dribbled it from the free throw line. One dribble, good layup.
And now Johnson with the ball here for Rockmart. It's going to stop and pop. That's a long two. Misses the shot. Jeremiah Hurd gets the rebound, clears out, sends it to Stevie Dallas, who's going to bring it into the forecourt for the Blue Devils. Sends it right wing side to Riley Chapman. Chapman back to the free throw line to Hurd. That bounces off the back of the rim. Davis has got the rebound, dribbles behind the back, stops at the three-point line, sends it over to teammate Bramlett, puts up the uncontested three-point shot and drills it. That was Dakota Bramlett with a wide-open look, and he makes the defense pay.
And even though this is a familiar spot the Blue Devils have been in all season, this is not a familiar spot that they have been in with Rockmart.
That's right. Chapman for three on the other side. Karams off the rim. Rebound picked up by Atkins. Rockmart brings it up the other side of the floor. Davis across the timeline, dribbles behind his back. Now again, and starts to drive, gets fouled by Riley Chapman. And I think the contact came from the moves that you saw Davis making with Chapman just trying to keep him in front, and he kind of ran into him. Just an effort foul there from Chapman.
Made his best Steph Curry impression trying to get the ball up the floor with all those behind the backs, didn't he?
He really did, man. So we get ready for Trey Luke to inbound the ball here for Rockmart. It's going to feed it into Samuel Johnson. Johnson's got 2 points for Rockmart here in the half. Rockmart leads at 23-9 at the 5:14 mark here of the second quarter. Luke inside to Johnson to the free throw line to Bramlett. No look, so he kicks it out, shakes off the defender, misses the shot after the sidestep. Rebound goes to Johnson, going to lob it over to Davis. Another lob to the right wing to Bramlett. Now into the corner left wing side. Great ball movement from Rockmart, but an air ball on the other side. Here's a run out for Stevie Dallas. Easy transition bucket, just what the doctor ordered for the Model Blue Devils.
And that's a give me every time you're on a fast break layup, especially, I mean, if you're Stevie Dallas, it should be a give me. But every time, you know, for him, that is definitely a give me.
And it certainly was there. Here is a three-point shot from Atkins, bounces high off the rim. Rebound taken by Chase Allen, gives it to Noah Travis, who's going to bring it across into the forecourt. He'll stop, sends it right wing corner to Denson, shakes off the defender, fires it up top to Travis, back to Denson, going to put up the three-point shot. That one's over the rim. Now Dallas tracks down the long rebound for the Blue Devils, so they may get a second look here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Denson again gives it to Allen, cuts towards the basket. Allen spins around, gives it to Bryson Denson, back to Allen. Unselfish play results in the bucket, and the Blue Devils score again. Chase Allen.
That could have almost been a foul there on Traylon Davis. We've seen that a lot from Chase Allen. When he gets it right there, a lot of teams foul him because of his reach. They can't reach over to try and block that shot.
Davis over to Johnson. Johnson fakes, goes in, shoots from the free throw line, knocks down the shot. Good looking move and shot and finish. 25-13, Rockmart on top by 12. 3:35 left to go, second quarter. The lob underneath, gets it to Allen. That was from Hurd and through, gets the foul, going to the free throw line with the and one.
If they can get that matchup going, it's going to be very good for the Blue Devils, because that matchup, that down low, high low post matchup, it's very hard to stop for this Blue Devils offense.
Indeed it is. What a duo there between Allen and Jeremiah Hurd, being very unselfish with the ball, as you would expect. And he knocks down the free throw and converts the three-point play, and that brings it within 9. So the Blue Devils down 25-16. There's Johnson. And a long three-point shot from Johnson. That one is through, and you keep waiting, Grayson, for this Rockmart team to come back down to earth, and it ain't happening.
They've made a lot of threes this quarter, and as I said earlier, that is the hallmark of this team. But they're on fire right now. They cannot miss at all.
Long range three for Noah Travis, his first bucket, and that was an NBA range three. That was a big-time shot right there.
That was much needed from Noah Travis. He's done that a lot this year, just pulling up from NBA range. We saw it a lot in the Sonoraville game, pulling up off of screens, and he made them a whole lot during that game.
Big bucket, as you mentioned, from Noah Travis. 28-19, long shot on the other side, and man, he can't miss. Johnson with his second three in as many possessions for Rockmart, and they're falling. Denson hangs onto the ball, gives it to Allen. Allen gonna drive, feeds it underneath to Jeremiah. It's a matchup you can't mess with. He gets it through. 31-21, Model trails by 10. Three ball on the other end, draws the hard contact, so we're going to see 3 free throws coming up for Johnson after he missed the 3.
Travis just landed in his landing area right there, and as of right now, I can just assume, maybe I'll jinx him, but as of right now, he can't miss.
You're not kidding, man. He's made 2 threes in a row, and that last one was kind of a circus shot. He makes the first free throw, gets ready for his second of the 3, and that increases the lead for Rockmart to 11, 32-21. Second shot on the way, it's through, and as you pointed out, it appears that the man can't miss right now. One more coming up for Samuel Johnson, and now a 12-point lead for Rockmart. This would make it 13 if he makes 3 in a row after getting fouled, shooting a 3-point shot, and he does. He makes them all 3. Wow.
And I think what's also quite interesting is now Traylon Davis is out of the game.
Strong drive by Chase Allen. He knocks down the 2. It's been a good second quarter for Allen. That brings it back within 10. 34-24 is your score in favor of Rockmart. Driving is Luke. Going to give it off to Bramlett. Now to Johnson. That is a long 3-point shot. That is out of range just a little bit. Goes off the side of the rim hard. Nice feed underneath from Stevie Dallas to Chase Allen, and the finish. And a timeout is going to be called. Nope. What just happened there? Official goes over to the scorer's table.
Shouldn't it be an 8-point game, however, right now? I thought it was just 24.
Hang on just a minute. was going to try to, Alex Fair, the newspaper editor standing next to us, I was going to see if he knew what happened just there. Officials having a discussion about it. We've seen some unusual circumstances in the last couple of games, haven't we?
We sure have seen some unusual circumstances, like last game whenever we saw Javier Samples three-pointer. They almost let it go. They almost just let it go the other way and not count the bucket. And now this game we have this where nobody really has any clue what's going on but the officials and the coaches right now.
And they're having a discussion right in front of the scorer's table and pointing at the scoreboard, so we'll see what changes here in just a couple of moments. They're still working on things over at the scorer's table right now. 1:46 left to go in the second period, and the scoreboard shows 34-24 in favor of Rockmart, but I'm with you. I thought it was an 8-point ball game after that made bucket from Chase Allen underneath just a couple of moments ago.
It was 23, not 26, and they just added it to 25. It was just an 11-point game before that pass to Chase Allen.
Good deal. So that's all sorted out, and it's 34-25. That is your score here with 1:46 left to go. So we're going to see Rockmart inbound the ball and bring it up the floor. And, you know, slowly but steadily it feels like you're seeing Model get into the rhythm of this game, start to pick up some more offense here in this second quarter. But every time they do, Rockmart punches back and comes up with a big three-pointer or gets fouled and goes to the free throw line, hits a few shots, and there's a three-point shot by Johnson. And perhaps he's fallen cold at this point.
And maybe perhaps that brings Rockmart back down to earth and allows for Model to go on a big run now.
We're going to find out. Denson going to drive the baseline, goes in, nice move, misses the shot, does get the contact, so he's going to the line.
And all throughout the year, Bryson Denson is one of the best finishers on this Model team. We have seen some absolutely acrobatic finishes from him.
And is it true that he's a freshman? Because every time I look at my scorebook and see freshman, I'm like, no, there's no way.
He is, in fact, a freshman. I can attest to that.
Got you, man. Thank you for that confirmation. He doesn't play like a freshman, that's for sure.
He absolutely does not. And he is one of the first few freshman guards to actually play varsity for the past few years for this Model team.
And he gets ready for his second shot after missing the first. He does make the second, and that cuts it back to a 9-point ball game. Or to an 8-point ball game, rather. It took him a second to put the free throw on the board. 34-26 is your score. 1:15 left to go here in the first half. Davis has got the ball. He stands in front of the Model bench on their side of the floor. Right now, Luke going to go in, tries to lay it in with a scoop shot, misses. Jeremiah Hurd comes out with it, boxes out, gets it to Denson. He goes off to the left wing side, turns, gives it off, and the feed to Stevie Dallas. Now inside they go to Allen, inside to Jeremiah Hurd, banks it in off the glass. Nice move.
Honestly, I almost thought he would have dunked that, but better safe than sorry, man.
Yeah, get the points, get the points. But we love the thunderous dunks from the big guy, don't we? 34-28 to score. 6-point lead for Rockmart, and that big lead is evaporating. There's a long shot, goes off the side of the rim. You didn't figure they'd keep shooting at that percentage for a whole long time in this basketball game, and as you pointed out, it feels like they're kind of coming back to planet Earth as far as the shooting percentage is concerned. It felt like they couldn't miss there for a spell. Missed a couple of shots on the last possessions. 22 seconds on the clock. Looks like Model wants to get the last shot of the half, trailing only by 6 now. Bryson Denson going to drive the baseline, kicks out, good ball movement, open three, all the way and through. Actually, it was contested foul by Davis, who came out of nowhere, got to Noah Travis. He knocks down the shot, and he's got a rare opportunity here for the 4-point play.
And we saw this almost exact same scenario happen when Rockmart played host to Model. Model, they come out 2-point deficit at what could be a 2-point deficit at the halftime. And they come out firing on all cylinders here in the second half.
And Travis knocks down the free throw, converts the 3-point play, and as you pointed out, with that free throw, it's a 2-point ball game. How many did Model trail by in this half?
What did they trail by?
13 or 14?
I believe it is 13. And luckily they're not in the bonus, or else Traylon would have gone to the line to shoot 2 right there, and that would have been crucial going into halftime.
Indeed it would have been. 4.6 seconds left in the half. Model trailing now by only 2. As Grayson pointed out, they trailed by as many as 13 in this half. And here they are, only down by 2. So quick turnaround in the game here for the Blue Devils. They get it to Davis. He wants that last shot, jacks up a long-range 3, and that is going to be the end of the first half. Model has cut it to a 2-point ball game. Your halftime score, Rockmart 34, Model 32. Let's step out for a 2.5-minute break.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access that allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Well, the story of the game so far was Model got off to a really slow start offensively there in the first quarter of the game, only scoring 5 points to Rockmart's 16. So it was 16-5 at the end of the first quarter. But Grayson, they were able to light it up in the second quarter of the game. Model would outscore Rockmart. Rockmart had a good scoring second quarter, but it was better for Model. They would outscore Rockmart in that quarter, that second frame, 27-18. So the shots stopped falling there late in the quarter there for Rockmart, whereas, you know, parts of the game it felt like they couldn't miss, and it felt like Model just could not make any buckets. And then, boy, they started to get it going there in that second quarter. Great offensive second quarter for the Blue Devils.
Of course, they were really able to get the ball inside of their playmakers, Chase Allen, Jeremiah Hurd, and even on the three-point shooting, Noah Travis got a few to go, including that and one to get it to within 2 points in the ball game.
Indeed, he made the 2 lone threes for the Model Blue Devils in the first half, and you're exactly right. Most of it was inside shooting there from Jeremiah Hurd and Chase Allen. We're going to go over that right now, as a matter of fact. Stevie Dallas would have 2 points, 7 points for Noah Travis off those 2 threes and also converting the 4-point play. Bryson Denson with 1 point, 8 points for Jeremiah Hurd. He had 2 points in the first quarter. 3 made field goals there in the second quarter. And then Chase Allen, he is the leading scorer overall with 14. He had 3 points in the first quarter, would have 11 points down the stretch there in the second quarter. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, who had a hot start to the game, they would pick up 11 points apiece from Samuel Johnson and Traylon Davis. Their two leading scorers there in double digits, so they got two guys in double digits. Picking up 3 points was Hunter Atkins on a three-point shot there in the first quarter, and then you would have 7 points from Dakota Bramlett. We mentioned the two made threes there from the Model Blue Devils. You would have 5 made threes there in the first half by the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. As far as free throw shooting is concerned, well, we didn't see a tremendous amount of it there in the first half, but when Rockmart was there, they were spot on. They made 5 of 5 from the charity stripe there in the first half, and on the other side, the Blue Devils would be 1 of 3 in the first quarter, and then they would make 1, 2, 3 of 5 in the second quarter of the ball game, I believe. I'll have to go back and double check that during the next break. But we are so glad that you are with us, whether you're watching on the live stream produced by Northwest Georgia Media, or perhaps you're listening tonight on 96.9 FM, 1410 AM, or online at WLAQ1410.com. Want to quickly recognize the crew involved, but this time we're going to reverse it and start with the radio crew. Lynn Butler back at the studio. Certainly can never leave him out. He's doing a fantastic job back at Command Central there at WLAQ Studios at the foot of Mount Alto. I'm Matt Davis alongside Grayson Atkins, bringing you play-by-play provided by WLAQ Radio in partnership with Northwest Georgia Media for this broadcast. On midcourt cameras, you've got Clay Hardacre and Caleb Bice. Sideline cameras, you got Alyssa Laney and Jesse Vitello. Director is Mike Garrett. Replay is Nathan Patterson. And that should break down the entire crew responsible for the video. And we're on the screen there, man. Wave to the cameras. Where are they? I'm trying to look at them. I don't even know. All right, there we go. All right, that was our one moment of fame there on camera there. All right, Model trails it, but only by 2. They were down by as many as 13. It's 34-32 in favor of Rockmart of the boys championship. We're back for the start of the second half after a 3-minute break.
Access that allows me to follow my passion.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power back the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
All right, well, you saw Model there in the second quarter surge and come up with 27 points to Rockmart's 18. We're at halftime. Rockmart does still lead the game, but their lead has been cut from 13 all the way down to 2, and we're just about ready to start the second half.
Yeah, Rockmart, towards the end of the half, specifically the last 3 minutes, they really came down to earth, especially on offense. They missed a lot of shots, and Model got a lot of tough breaks, and then on the other end, Model was able to capitalize off a lot of those missed shots and able to turn those into points, and they made it a 2-point ball game. And you know, Travis, those halftime adjustments, they're going to be crucial to this game.
They get the ball into Johnson. Rockmart's going to open up with possession of the ball. We're officially underway with the second half. They're going to get it to Bramlett, a kick out, long three from Davis. That goes in and out. There to get the rebound is Chase Allen. The Blue Devils get a stop, and they're going to bring it up the floor, trailing only by 2 points. So this is a possession where they can either tie it or take the lead. We'll see what happens. Riley Chapman's got it on the perimeter. Now feeds it to Travis, back to Chapman. Thought about the three for a second, had second thoughts. Being very selective on the shots. The three ball's on the way from Chapman. That one caroms out, but tying up the ball game is Chase Allen, cleaning it up with the rebound and the putback. Tied up at 34 apiece. Rockmart with the ball on the other end. Johnson drives in, leaves it for Barry. That goes in and out. And now Jeremiah Hurd gets the rebound, and the Blue Devils come back the other way. Stevie Dallas across the timeline, feeds it off to Riley Chapman on the left wing side. Back out to Dallas. Dallas around to Noah Travis. Travis has got it, fires it sharply out to Stevie Dallas, inside to Allen. Matchup nightmare, puts it up, misses the shot, but getting the rebounds, Jeremiah tries to keep it in bounds, but it goes out of bounds at the scorer's table.
Just a little overthrown there for Chapman.
Indeed, and Traylon Davis is going to send it in to Johnson, who brings it across the center court stripe after taking the inbound pass in the backcourt, trying to bounce it down to MJ Davis. He starts to drive, leaves it off for Davis. Reverse layup is missed, and the putback shot for MJ won't go. Rebound goes to Jeremiah Hurd, and the Blue Devils will box out and bring it up the floor.
Few missed opportunities there for Rockmart. They had a few decently open layups, but overall they were not able to make them.
Riley Chapman with it on the left wing side. He's going to send it out to Stevie Dallas, now to the right wing side, Noah Travis. Back out to Stevie, he'll reset the offense. Chapman's got it on the left wing. 14 seconds on the shot clock, so we'll see this off. Nope, it's going to be stolen away. MJ Barry is able to peel it away from Chase Allen. Here's Bramlett, sends it to the right wing corner. Quick look at a three, it won't go, and kept in bounds by Chapman. Bounces off a couple of players. Diving for it's Noah Travis. Diving for it is Hunter Atkins. And the Rockmart Yellow Jackets come out with it and call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here through this one. But we've got 5:52 left to go here in the third quarter. We're knotted up at 34 apiece between the Rockmart Yellow Jackets and the Model Blue Devils, as Model has the lone bucket here the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds of our third quarter.
Bodies flying everywhere right there in that play, and as I said earlier, it'll be key for Model to be able to exploit those matchups down low and really be able to stop the three ball, because you know Rockmart, they can get streaky. However, they can make those long range shots and really wear you down by shooting a lot of those.
Indeed they can, and we do want to take a quick opportunity to thank our sponsors, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus on the video side. We'll talk about the radio sponsors in just a moment. Right now we got some action. Rockmart, MJ, now they're going to get it to Bramlett, kick it back out. There's Johnson for three. That one bangs high off the rim, and Jeremiah Hurd is there to get the rebound and gets fouled. I think they're going to get Hunter Atkins with that foul, yeah.
And that happens a lot. Teams try to swarm Jeremiah and they try to steal the ball, but he's so strong. You really cannot strip that ball away from him whenever he grabs that rebound up so high and brings it down right there.
Allen's going to send, or Stevie Dallas going to send it on to the left wing side, gets it to Chapman. Chapman with the ball on the left wing. Now back to Chapman. Chapman going to send it up top. Blue Devils will set up that half-court offense. Noah Travis surveying the floor, sends it back out to Dallas. Good ball movement. Open Chapman, missed three, and the ball ricochets off a couple of players. Rockmart comes out with it. Johnson's got it. He's crossed the timeline, working right to left here for this Rockmart basketball team. Right now we're tied at 34 apiece. The scoring is slowed down to a screeching halt here in this quarter, hasn't it?
Yes, sir, it has. Both teams, Rockmart hasn't scored and Model has only scored 2 points, and we are almost 4 minutes in.
And just like that, it changes. Johnson knocks down the first bucket of the half here for Rockmart to end their drought, and they have regained the lead 36-34 over the Blue Devils. They feed it down low to Allen, and he gets clobbered, so he's going to the free throw line.
He is so dangerous down there, and he can draw a lot of fouls just by doing that. They've really been able to get that connection going. We've seen that a few times. Jeremiah has gotten crowded right there, and that creates an open lane for Chase to cut down, and he's been able to draw a few fouls by doing that, and even a few layups.
Indeed, and now Allen is at the free throw line after that said contact, knocks down the first free throw. He is now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in this game, with a 5th free throw coming up. I do want to let everybody know we got some Georgia Tech hoops tomorrow on the airwaves of WLAQ if you want to tune in for that. Taking on Syracuse. Knocks down another one. That's 2 in a row. That game will tip off Georgia Tech at 5:30 tomorrow, so pregame is going to be at 5 o'clock from the Georgia Tech Sports Network from Legend Sports. MJ feeds it back out. There's Atkins for a long-range three. That one's off the back of the rim. And going to have a whistle. I think they're going to get the Rockmart Yellow Jackets on that one.
I believe that was on Traylon Davis, wasn't it?
I'm not 100% sure.
If that is, that will be his second. But even if he has 2, if you can get him into foul trouble, that is a game changer here for Model.
Dallas fires it to Denson, now down low. Nice pass inside to Allen from Jeremiah Hurd. Turns, tries to bang it in. Doesn't make the shot, but he gets banged underneath, so he's going back to the charity stripe.
And they can actually take the lead here, which will be very big as a momentum changer to go into the last little bit of the half and even the last quarter.
So the Blue Devils with an opportunity to take the lead in this ball game. Let's see what happens. First shot on the way, and it's through, and they do. This is the first lead the Blue Devils have had, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. After trailing 13, as I said, after halftime, they're really able to bring it back, and they're really able to get these leads going, and they're able to get their defense set up and prevent the other team from scoring in bunches as compared to the first half sometimes.
And now Chase Allen has made 5 free throws in a row going back to the second quarter of the ball game. The Model leads it by 2, 38-36. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball kept in bounds by Bryson Denson. Here's Chase Allen, and the one-hand jam knocks it down. It doesn't get any higher percentage than that, folks. What an exciting dunk by Chase Allen. Hopefully we get another look. Here it is. Oh, my. How about a third look of that one? That was something else. I think we cleared out the fans over here. We got so excited.
Of course, and he, as I said earlier, he's taken a big step up this year. I mean, he's insanely athletic, and he's had a lot of those, especially this year. We saw in the game against Gordon Central. I saw him take one step from the three-point line, and he took it back all the way to his back, and he just slammed it with his head at the rim.
That was something else, man. You could see it coming. You hoped it was going to happen, and it sure enough did. He put the exclamation point as they took the 4-point lead in the ball game with that jam, and then of course Rockmart took a timeout, but we were too excited getting our third, fourth looks at this jam to take a break there. So we just gonna keep it here through this break. But again, Model Blue Devils, after trailing the entire first half of the game, they have the lead, took their first lead just moments ago, extended the lead with the jam there from Chase Allen on the run out, and now lead this ball game 40-36.
More like the 60th view, but hey, we're not complaining.
That's right, man. Wow, what a turn of events here. And let's see if the Blue Devils can keep it going. Rockmart trying to answer here. They're going to feed it into Davis. Now back to Johnson, who's going to bring it up the floor. Rockmart really needs a bucket here to stop the bleeding. They're going to turn, shoot from the free throw line, knocks it down. That was a timely bucket for Bramlett.
That's their fourth point of the 9, and of course you call it. They really need a shot right here, and of course they got it.
They did. Inside, down low to Chase Allen, drives, hangs on the rim, won't go. But guess what? He got the contact again. He's going back to the free throw line.
How many times has he been at the free throw line this game?
Oh, I mean, I will have to add it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th trip to the line.
And he can shoot those things too.
He's only missed 1. That first shot's up and through. He'll get ready for another one.
Yeah, I didn't jinx it.
One more coming up for Chase Allen, who has been dynamite in every facet of the game here in this one. He knocks down another one. Of course, you can say that pretty much every game. And now Blue Devils are up 42-38, back to a 4-point lead, matching their biggest lead of the ball game that happened just moments ago. Rockmart with the ball, going to send it to Luke. Luke's going to drive into the lane, leaves it off at the free throw line for Bramlett, who knocks down a quick shot. He has got a good stroke there for the free throw line.
Yeah, he's got a few of those shots to go throughout this game, especially at that high elbow right there.
Noah Travis on to Stevie Dallas. Travis has got the ball. Now back out to Stevie, on to Bryson Denson on the right wing. Going to fire it back across to Noah Travis. He'll fake, send it up top to Stevie. Stevie going to make a move towards the lane, gives it off to Denson, who drives in the lane, kicks out, open 3 for Travis, and a good stroke. It's through. He's fired up, and so are the fans.
That kick and drive is deadly, because not only is Bryson Denson a good finisher, when they crowd the lane, that allowed space for Noah Travis to really get that open look, and he is an amazing shooter. Probably one of the best shooters on this team, if not the best shooter on this team.
Little floater was missed by Traylon Davis. Bramlett's got it in his hands after Rockmart got the rebound. They may get another look here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Model up by 5, their biggest lead of the game, but it's cut back to 3 just like that with a stroke from Dakota Bramlett, knocking down another 2.
He's been automatic from right there all game.
He has. He's made 3 in a row there here in the third quarter. Here's Noah Travis, shakes off the defender, sends it up top to Stevie Dallas. Now on to Bryson Denson. Denson fires it back up top there for Stevie Dallas and drains the 3. Yes, sir. Stevie Dallas with his first made 3 of the ball game.
That is one of his sweet spots. Teams like to step off a little bit just because it's such a deep 3, but he is so used to shooting those deep 3s, and they go in.
Biggest lead of the game for Model. They're up 48-42, up by 6. Traylon Davis inside, misses the bucket. Allen, the feed to Denson. Denson in transition. Now they'll slow it up. There is Noah Travis for 3. That one bangs high off the rim. They're trying to clean it up. Was Bryson Denson. Didn't get the bucket, but he did get the contact, and Bryson Denson's going to the free throw line.
And that is huge to extend this lead. 8 if he can make both of these.
Indeed. So Model on a hot run here in the third quarter, and they are getting to the free throw line a lot here in this quarter and throughout the game for that matter. Shot is through. He makes the first one, gets ready for the second. Model leads it by 7. Biggest lead of the game for the Blue Devils.
And that has been the key of this region tournament. Model really has gone off to a slow start for the first quarter. However, through the rest of the 3 quarters, they are really able to wear you down and outscore you in every single one of those quarters, and that is what they have been able to do this game. That is almost 20 points scored in just the third quarter alone compared to Rockmart's 10.
50-42 is your score. Model is out by 8. Up by 8, rather. They're going to send it to Bramlett at that free throw line, as you mentioned, a sweet spot, but this time it's contested. The Blue Devils get a stop. Here is Stevie Dallas driving the lane. Nice finger roll, missed the shot. The putback tip in is going to go in for Chase Allen. Let me tell you, folks, this Model team is in a rhythm, and you can feel their energy right now. They are fired up.
Once they get into a rhythm, they are extremely hard to stop, and there's his sweet spot once again.
Dakota Bramlett knocks down another one. 52-44, Model on top. Bryson Denson with a circus shot, and it goes in. He gets the contact and has the and one coming up. Man, look at that move.
And as I said earlier, he's one of the best finishers on this Model team, and it shows right there. Contact, gets the contact, scoop, and it's good.
Great drive by the freshman, and as you mentioned, gets the contact, so he's got a 3-point opportunity and knocks it down. Converts the 3-point play. Models up by 11 points. 39 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. This game has turned in a big fashion. Luke's got it at the M at midcourt. Now leaves it off for his teammate Hunter Atkins. Now back around to Luke. He fires it inside. They're trying to get Bramlett at the free throw line. A kick out there for Atkins for three. Bangs high off the rim. Jeremiah is there. The feed to Bryson Denson. Look like Model's going to push. They go into the lane. Shot off the glass won't go. There for the rebound for Rockmart is MJ Berry.
He was a rebounding machine in that game against Fannin County. I believe he had over 13 rebounds that game.
Traylon Davis with the three ball right before the buzzer to end the third quarter. That was a big shot from a big-time player, Traylon Davis, and that's going to cut it back to an 8-point ball game. Model Blue Devils 55, Rockmart Yellow Jackets 47. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the final frame coming up in 1 minute.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Blue Devils with the basketball and the lead, 55-47 is the score as we enter the final 8 minutes of the game. A kick out to Riley Chapman, now on to Chase Allen, back up top to Noah Travis. Great ball movement on that sequence for the Blue Devils. Good defense there from Rockmart. Here's Chase Allen, starts to drive, slips on a wet floor, and that is going to be a travel called and a turnover for the Blue Devils. Unfortunate there as he just slipped up in a slick spot.
A little bit of a long stride there. That may have had a part in especially that long stride. But yes, as you say, it was a wet spot on the floor as Coach Goss goes over there to clean it up.
Indeed, and so we'll get that sorted out and resume play, but we're down to the final 7 minutes and 29 seconds of this contest with the Blue Devils leading at 55-47. They were down 16-5 at the end of the first quarter, had it within 2 at halftime, and now they lead by 8. Models led by as many as 11, and Rockmart at one point of this game led by 13. So this has been an interesting game in terms of momentum shifted in Model's side. They really started hitting those shots and really hadn't looked back, which, as you mentioned, has been a common theme the last couple of days for this basketball team. In their game against North Murray, it was a similar situation. Here's Rockmart, and they're hoping for a similar result. Shot is off the side of the rim. Jeremiah is going to sit it down quickly to Stevie Dallas, one-on-one underneath, and he scores. What a move.
And he is amazing with that left hand. Even though his main hand is his right hand, he has had a lot of those left-hand finishes this year, and including a wild left-hand circus shot against Sonoraville at home that I didn't even think was going to go in, but it was right there, that left-hand floater, and it was pure.
Long three-point shot on the other side, missed by Rockmart. A one-and-done trip for them. So a good defensive effort by the Blue Devils, and they're going to bring it up the other side of the floor. Into the forecourt goes Noah Travis. He sends it to the left wing side to Bryson Denson. Denson surveys the floor, going to try to lob it down to Jeremiah Hurd, to a cutting Chapman off the glass, won't go. Rebound's going to be taken by Rockmart. They bring it back the other way. Traylon Davis across the center court stripe. Going to bounce it across to Johnson, who was red hot at the beginning of the game, and he's heating back up now. Knocks down a three-point shot.
Maybe he can pick that stride up and go in where he left off.
And maybe so. He's got 16 points now in the ball game, and he leads all scorers for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. 57-50 your score. The Blue Devils on top by 7. Under 6 minutes to play. Here's Stevie Dallas with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to back up, send it to Chase Allen on the left wing, dribbles back up top. Here's Allen. Now to Stevie Dallas. Feeds it right back to Allen. Surveys the floor, looking down low. Going to spin around, goes in, puts it up, won't go. The putback goes. Allen gets his own rebound and scores. What a big game that young man is having.
He's had a few games like that this year, especially in region play with 20-plus points. How many does he have right now, man?
I'm going to tell you in a minute. He's been scoring at a high clip. Haven't been able to add it up. Rebound's going to be taken by Jeremiah Hurd. You caught me flat-footed, man.
That's my fault right there.
No, not at all. It's just that it's been moving so fast the last couple of quarters. I just hadn't had a breather to total it up. There's a shot off the glass for Noah. It's going to be a miss. Coming out with it's going to be Davis. Poke free from Noah Travis. Chapman came out with it to Stevie Dallas. Off the glass, a transition bucket for the Blue Devils. And they keep the momentum in their favor. They're back out to an 11-point lead, and a timeout is called by Vic Calhoun of the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. Let's take it with them. 4:52 left to go in the ball game. Models on top by 11, 61-50. We're back in 30 seconds.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Grayson, you asked me just before the break how many points as Chase Allen racked up. I just did a little quick math. Don't trust quick math from Matt Davis. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. But if my math's correct, I've got him with 28 points. He had 26 through 3 quarters. He's had 1 bucket in the 4th. I got him with 28.
28 points. Wow.
We'll double check that at the end of the game. I think I got the scoring in the right places, but I had it added up pretty quickly, and sometimes that doesn't work out too well for me.
The rate he's on, he may have 40 by the end of this game.
We'll see what happens. We got 4:42 left to go in the ball game. Models up by 11. Luke's got it. He's got it out around the perimeter, going to send it out to Johnson. Rockmart with the ball, working right to left and trailing by 11. They led by as many as 13. Ball is stolen away by Noah Travis. The feed to Allen. He drives one-on-one, shakes off Davis, misses the layup, misses the second shot. The 3rd time wasn't the charm. The 4th time it goes in. He just stayed with it. He got 3 rebounds after missing that first shot, took 4 tries. But that stick-to-itiveness, if that's a word, it worked out and paid off, and he got the points.
He's an amazing rebounder.
3-point shot missed on the other side as Johnson hit the deck. Long rebound goes to the Blue Devils. Travis going to bring it up the floor. Models got a 13-point lead with 3:52 left to go in the game. Here's Noah Travis and the feed to the right wing side. Back up top. They go left wing side now to Riley Chapman. This is a good ball team, this model team. Got off to a sluggish start. Got themselves back in the game, and they're rolling. They try to get it underneath to Jeremiah Hurd. Riley Chapman to Noah Travis. He dribbles up to the top of the key. Travis keeps his pivot foot down, gets it to Denson, shoots, misses the shot. Ball loose on the floor. Diving for the 50-50 ball was Chapman. And Rockmart going to bring it up the floor. And right now, you got to know that Jacob Travis is pleased with the hustle that he's getting out of this Blue Devils team. That's what you expect to see, but boy, they are getting at it.
They sure are, especially on defense. They are crowding the mess out of Rockmart. They have not gotten a lot of easy buckets. They have made it really hard for them to get these points in the second half.
Indeed they have. Here comes Rockmart, 3 ball on the way. That one's off the front of the iron. Jeremiah Hurd gets the rebound, hands it off to Stevie Dallas, who's going to bring it over into the forecourt here for the Blue Devils. He's across the center court stripe. Works his way up towards the top of the key, around the pick sent by Jeremiah Hurd, who drops back to the low block. Dallas standing over in front of the bench in front of Jacob Travis, getting some information there from his head coach. Going to work it up top, gives it to the high screen, and Jeremiah Hurd, who fires it to a cutting Denson off the glass. What a move towards the bucket, and a feed from Jeremiah Hurd, and the finish from Bryson Denson. That was something.
That model offense is really good at using Jeremiah Hurd at the top of the key, and they're able to get a lot of backdoor cuts and open looks. just off him crowding so much attention.
Turnover, this could be a run out for Stevie Dallas. Goes in, was defended, takes the contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Right now, Model's got their biggest lead of the game, up 65-50 down to the 2:25 mark.
And they might make it 17 right here. Stevie Dallas is an amazing free throw shooter.
And believe it or not, this is his first trip to the stripe in this particular ball game. So it's taken all the way to the final 2.5 minutes to get him to the free throw line. He makes the first free throw, gets ready for a second. Biggest lead of the night for either team. 16-point lead for the Blue Devils. Wow. Shot on the way is through. He makes them both.
You want to talk about momentum shifter being down 13, and as I talked about, they overcome a lot of adversity this season, and this just shows.
Long three ball miss there by Traylon Davis. Rebound going to be taken by Johnson and Rottmart. It stays with them. Quick two. That one's off the rim, rattles off the rim, and Chase Allen comes up with another rebound. Allen going to bring it across midcourt stripe, hands it off to teammate Stevie Dallas. And right now, Model kind of slowing it down on the offensive side of the floor. It is stolen away by Davis, who goes in, but he was going to foul Stevie Dallas. Yeah, definitely a lot of contact there with the body there from Traylon Davis. Oh, yeah. And now we're going to see Model inbound the ball right beside their bench. Bryson Denson, the freshman, going to feed it in. Model up by 17 points. Wow, what a turnaround in this ball game.
And they can really slow the ball down right here with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. But with a minute left, I expect Rockmart to start fouling soon, and right on cue.
Yep, and they're going to send a really good free throw shooter, as you just pointed out, before he knocked down 2 in a row to the free throw line. Well, that one, they still have, how many fouls to give do they have left? They still got a couple to give. There's the inbound pass to Chase Allen. Going to feed it back out to Stevie Dallas. Dallas has got it, turns around. Going to fire it over to the right wing side to Bryson Denson. And as you talked about, this Blue Devils offense content with to eat as much clock as they possibly can. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now they'll start to move. Stevie Dallas over to Noah Travis, puts up the three, and he nails it, of course.
And that is now a 20-point lead, Matt.
Third made three of the game for Travis, and as you pointed out, the Blue Devils are up by 20, 70-50 is your score, almost down to the minute mark. Luke's got it on the left wing side. Now feeds it up top. There's the long range three. That one caroms off the rim. Chasing down the rebounds, Johnson for Rottmart. He puts one up, misses a point blank shot. Travis keeps it in bounds. The Blue Devils are going to bring it up the floor. Allen to Travis. We're under a minute to play, 50 seconds left. Nearly stolen away by Johnson. It stays with the Blue Devils. Blue Devils across the timeline. Denson's got it on the right wing, and Traylon Davis bangs into him. I've got him with 4. Or was that his 5th?
They don't have the player foul on the scoreboard, so that may be his
5th. Yep.
Foul?
I think so. He checks out. He'll be out, obviously, the rest of the game.
Well, either way, what a game from Traylon Davis. Even though they may be losing by 20 at the moment, he still played really well, especially in that first half.
He really did. He's an electric player. A lot of fun to watch. Model Blue Devils with the ball. They can feel it now. 34 seconds on the clock. 70-50 is your score. Model up by 20. Here's Bryson Denson with it on the right wing side. He gets fouled. They're going to get Johnson with that one. And he heads over to the bench. And that was his 5th foul. So you've now seen 2 players. Samuel Johnson was the most recent, and Traylon Davis fouled out of the ball game. They're having to throw every ounce of their being into this game to try to come out with the victory. And the Blue Devils are up by 20. Denson going to put up the free throw shot. That one rattles off. They'll get ready for another one. Denson at the stripe. 26 seconds on the game. Bryson Denson at the free throw line.
And it looks like we have a technical.
Yeah, we sure do. Oh. So Denson going to shoot another one. Shot is going to go through. Stevie Dallas is going to step up to the free throw line as well. I'm not sure what happened as far as the technical is concerned. But we do know the Blue Devils are going to continue shooting. You got one from Stevie Dallas. He'll get ready for another free throw. Second one coming up from Dallas, and he knocks it down. He's made all 4 of his shots from the charity stripe in the ball game. And the Blue Devils are also going to have possession of the basketball with the shot clock turned off, up by 23 points, 73-50 is your score.
I imagine they just hold the ball right here, let that victory soak in, and it's almost time to head back to Shannon.
That's right, with a region championship.
We know how that goes.
And since Ian's not here to say it, I'll say it. The Sorghum Syrup Warrior has checked into the game, Thomas Patterson. Giving Ian full credit for that one. He came up with that. I won't steal it, but somebody's got to say it. He's not here. Here's Stevie Dallas. Have you heard that?
I've not heard that at all.
I got you. Dallas has got it. 16 seconds on the clock. And it looks like Model will hold the ball for the final seconds of the ball game. The fans in blue are on their feet.
Even the Murray County student section, they stayed here. They are on their feet.
That is right. The Blue Devils are going to win this one. We'll wait till it's final. There's the buzzer. The Blue Devils win it coming from behind. They win it 73-50 over the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. The Blue Devils are your 7AA Region Championship team for 2024. Listen,
might add back to back.
Back to back. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. They picked up the victory up at North Murray last year as well. So anyway, the Blue Devils win it 2 years in a row. They win it tonight, 73-50. It was an electric performance tonight from the Blue Devils after a sluggish start. We're going to talk it over in our post game. We're glad you're with us. Congratulations to Coach Travis and the Model Blue Devils. They're the 2024 7AA champs, and they've got the #1 seed going into next week's state tournament.
They do, in fact, have the #1 seed, and I'd like to mention playoff time at Shannon. That is a different animal.
It really is, man. Cannot wait for next week. Really looking forward to it. And since the boys have the 1 seed, the girls also have a 2 seed. They're both going to host next week, and we'll have coverage of the games for you on the live stream and the radio. Let's send it back to the studio now for a 2.5-minute timeout. We'll come back, run down the scoring as we enjoy watching on the video the presentation of the trophy for Region 7AA this year to your Model Blue Devils. We're back in 2.5 minutes.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
back with you one more time to wrap things up here from Murray County High School in Chatsworth, Georgia. It's a successful nightcap there as the model Blue Devils pull away and win the game over the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. 73-50 was your final score. As Grayson pointed out, back-to-back region championships for the Blue Devils. And once again, they have the 1 seed going into the playoffs. So we know one thing is for certain. Both model teams are going to have home playoff games to start the state tournament in AA coming up next week. So make sure to put on your blue and show up, show out, and create that great atmosphere that you get out there in Shannon. It's really hard to beat. Been all over the state doing these games for a number of years. And I got to tell you, it's pretty hard to beat that model atmosphere once you get to playoff time. It's special, isn't it, Grayson?
It certainly is, especially announcing those games when you really get to feel some of the energy in the game, especially I'd like to point out last year versus Dodge County. Dodge County even brought the heat too.
Oh, they did. It was fantastic. What a game that was.
I have some insight on that. They brought over 4 charter buses for that game.
That is something else, man. That was one of the best atmospheres for a high school basketball game. And of course, we liked the results of that one too, didn't we? That was fantastic. Well, let's break down the scoring for this game because I know we got a long drive back to Rome, Georgia coming up in just a moment. We'll start with the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, who would fall in the game. They would pick up 14 points for Traylon Davis, 3 for Hunter Atkins, 15 for Dakota Bramlett, and Samuel Johnson would pace them with 16 points in the game. He had a good shooting night there at points of the game. They would score 50 points in the ball game. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, who again trailed early in the first half of the ball game, but then just exploded in that second quarter and then never looked back. But they pick up 13 apiece for Stevie Dallas and Noah Travis. Noah Travis knocked down 3 threes in the ball game. He'd have 9 points from Bryson Benson. A lot of those points came from the free throw line. Jeremiah Hurd would have 8 points. And if my totals are right and everything did add up, I had Chase Allen notching 30 points in this basketball game. So what a great team effort. You had 3 guys in double digits, 2 other guys closing in on it. But what an explosive night for Chase Allen in terms of his offensive production in this game. And not to mention the way he plays defense and crashes the board, picks up rebounds. He does a little bit of everything, doesn't he, Grayson?
He does a lot, and he has taken a big step up in shooting this year. I mean, even though we did not really see a lot of it tonight in terms of, three-pointers, in terms of mid-ranges, he made up for it at the free throw line.
He really did, Grayson. And the model Blue Devils are on a 14-game win streak, which they look to extend next week in the GHSA playoffs. They picked up 20-7 record there through the region tournament and regular season play, and 13-1 against region teams this year. So a fine season here for the Blue Devils, and it's not over yet. It's getting started with the state tournament coming up next week. I thought we'd take a moment here as we wind things down. I know everybody wants to wrap it up so we can get on home tonight with a long drive ahead and got to pack up the equipment to recognize the crew one more time. Clay Hardacre, Caleb Heights on Bigport cameras, sideline cameras. You had Alyssa Laney and Jesse Vitello. Mike Garrett was your director tonight. Replay was Nathan Patterson, and also the Guru. Commentary provided by WLAQ in partnership with Northwest Georgia Media. Lynn Butler back at the studio tonight. We appreciate you, man. And then also, I do want to thank our fine sponsors, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, this on the video side, Shannon Pharmacy and Crestview Angus. And then as far as radio coverage tonight, we had Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales supporting the broadcast, Sylvan Learning Center, Avery Drugs, Greens Jewelers, and Ware Mechanical. Also want to thank Coach Travis, Coach Eccles, and the administration for Model High School for allowing us to call the games throughout the season, and we appreciate you giving us permission and the privilege to do that. It's always a pleasure. And with that said, we're going to wrap things up. It was a successful night for the Model Blue Devils. They defeat the Rockmart Yellow Jackets 73-50 to hoist the trophy for the second year in a row in 7AA for the championship. And I do want to, as we get ready to wind down the broadcast, this was the first time that Grayson Atkins has ever done color in a basketball game. He's done play-by-play a couple of times. So it was also his radio debut. Been on the video a couple of times, but never on the radio. And I got to say, young man, you were like a seasoned veteran. You were a pro tonight and did a fantastic job. Great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, for Grayson Atkins, I'm Matt Davis and the rest of the crew. Have a safe night, everybody. Congratulations to the Blue Devils, and we'll talk to you next week. And have a great night. So long, everybody.